Good morning children, Sai Ram. Welcome to the revision session of chapter 1 of political science, that is on equality. Children, we are going to start with the part 2 of the chapter today. But before that, let us have a look at what we did in the previous revision session. Children, in the previous session, we took a revision on the importance of democracy in India, right? We saw how people of India have equal right to vote, and we learned it through a short story of Kanta Devi, right? So basically we saw that India is a democratic country. Equality is the soul of Indian democracy. We learned about the universal adult franchise, and we saw that it is a very important feature of democracy. Yes. Then we saw that equality is not just right to vote. Caste system and religion are the factors on the basis of which people discriminate and treat each other unequally. So children, in the previous session we saw the stories of Kanta Devi as well as Om Prakash Valmiki. We also saw how Om Prakash Valmiki has written the childhood incident which he has to face just because he was a Dalit child. Now children, let us start with the other story which is also based on the real life incident. It is a story of Mr. and Mrs. Ansari. Mr. and Mrs. Ansari were looking for an apartment in a city. They had the money, and so paying a rent was not a problem for them, but they wanted a property which would appeal to them rather. So what they did was they went to the property dealer for help to find a place. The dealer informed that he had 2-3 properties, and so they went to see it. Now the first apartment where they went, it appealed to them. They liked it very much. But when the property owner came to know about their surname, or when he came to know that the surname was Ansari, very conveniently he said that the other people staying in the building would not like a person eating non-veg or non-vegetarian food to stay in the flat, or rather they would not allow it. Now when Mr. and Mrs. Ansari heard this, they were very surprised. Now why they were surprised? Because they could actually sense the smell of fish being cooked in the next apartment. Now after this they went to see 2-3 more apartments like this. They had similar experience there also. Everything went well, but just when the owner came to know about their surname, very conveniently they were given one or the other excuse. The property dealer realized why this happened so, and so he asked them that if they want to rent an apartment, they can change their surname. Mr. and Mrs. Ansari did not agree to this. And in the end, it took up entire 1 month, before they found a landlady who was willing to give them a place for rent. Yes children, I am sure you must have guessed it right. The Ansaris were treated unequally on the basis of differences of caste and religion. It is still one of the biggest problems which still people face in India. Now children, let us move on to the next topic, that is recognizing dignity. Children, we have understood by now that the caste we are born into, the religion that we practice, the class background we come from, whether we are male or female, these things often determine why some people are treated unequally. Om Prakash Valmiki and the Ansaris are being treated unequally on the basis of the differences of the caste as well as the religion. Children, when people are treated unequally, their dignity is violated. Let us take examples of these two stories. Okay, Om Prakash Valmiki and the Ansaris are being treated unequally on the basis of the differences of caste and religion. Valmiki and the Ansaris were violated because of the way in which they were treated. By picking on them and in case of Om Prakash Valmiki, making him sweep the school because of his caste, or his schoolmates and teachers hurting him, it violated his dignity very badly. Children, the Ansaris' dignity was also hurt when people refused to lease their apartments to them. However, when their property dealers suggested that they should change their name, it was their dignity or the self-respect that made them refuse their suggestion. Refuse this suggestion. So Om Prakash and the Ansaris do not deserve to be treated like this. They deserve the same respect and dignity as anyone else. Now let us move on to the next topic, that is equality in Indian democracy. The Constitution of India considers every person as equal. Equality in Indian democracy is ensured by recognizing each and every individual in the country as equal, no matter to which caste, religion, tribe, educational and economic background the individual belongs. So children, earlier no law existed to protect people from discrimination and ill treatment. Now there are several laws that work to see that the people are treated with dignity and as equals. So by the provisions, the Constitution includes that every person is equal before the law. No person can be discriminated on the basis of their religion, race, caste, place of birth, etc. Every person has permission to use all public places, as in playgrounds, hotels, shops, etc. And last but not the least, abolition of untouchability. So children, till now we have seen equality in India. We have seen how discriminations hurt the dignity and self-respect of the people. Okay. Now, we have also seen equality in Indian democracy, isn't it, children? What does it say? The Indian Constitution recognizes every person as equal. Now children, let us see what are the different schemes that government has taken up, or different government programs, and how it plays an important role in increasing equality of opportunity, right? Children, the two ways in which the government has tried to implement the equality that is guaranteed in the constitution is first through the laws, and second through the government programs or schemes to help disadvantaged communities. There are several laws in India that protect every person's right to be treated equally. In addition to these, the government has set up several schemes to improve the lives of communities and individuals who have been treated unequally for several centuries. These schemes are to ensure greater opportunities for people who have not had this in the past. One such scheme is the midday meal scheme. This refers to the program introduced in all government elementary schools to provide children with cooked lunch. Children, Tamil Nadu was the first state in India to introduce this scheme. In 2001, the Supreme Court asked all the state governments to begin this program in their schools within 6 months. This program had many positive effects. It includes the fact that poor children have begun enrolling and attending school regularly. Teachers have reported that earlier children would go home for lunch and then they would not return to school for the rest of the day. But with midday meal being provided in the school, their attendance has improved to a great extent. Their mother, who had to interrupt their work to feed their children at home during the day, now no longer need to do so. While government programs play an important role in increasing equality of opportunity, there is much that still needs to be done. While the midday meal program has helped to increase the enrollment and attendance of poor children in India, there still continues to be a big difference in the way those children attend school than that of the rich. Even today, there are several schools in the country in which Dalit children like Om Prakash Valmiki are still discriminated against and treated unequally. One main reason for people to behave in such way is that attitudes change very slowly. Children, even though people are aware that discrimination is against law, they continue to treat people unequally on the basis of caste, religion, disability, economic status, and because they are women. Establishing equality in democratic society is a continuous struggle and one in which individuals as well as various communities in India contribute to. Now children, let us have a look at the next topic, that is issues of equality in other democracies. Children, if you are wondering if India is the only democratic country in which there is inequality and where the struggle for inequality continues to exist, then you are highly mistaken. The truth is that in many democratic countries around the world, the issue of inequality continues to be the problem around which communities struggle. Let us take example of the United States of America. The African Americans whose ancestors were the slaves who were brought over from Africa continue to describe their lives today as largely unequal. This, despite the fact that there was a movement in late 1950s to push for equal rights for African Americans, but prior to this, African Americans were treated extremely unequally in the United States and they were denied equality through law. Look at this picture. This is a picture of Rosa Parks. She was an African American, okay, and she was the one who brought a change in the lifestyle of African Americans in America. Children, let us understand this through Rosa Parks' story. Now, Rosa Parks, as I said, was an African American woman, okay. Tired from the long day's work, she refused to give up her seat on the bus to the white man. White man means American man, okay. This happened on the 1st of December in 1955. Her refusal that day started a huge agitation. The unequal ways in which African Americans were treated and which came to be known as the Civil Rights Movement. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 prohibited discrimination on the basis of race, religion, and national origin. It also stated that all schools would be open to African American children and that they would no longer have to attend separate schools especially set up for them. However, despite this, a majority of African Americans continue to be among the poorest in the country. Most African American children can only afford to attend government schools that have fewer facilities and poorly qualified teachers as compared to the white student who either go to private school or live in areas where the government schools are highly rated as compared to their school. This is a picture of Rosa Parks in a bus where she refused to give up her seat for an American white man. So children, in many democratic countries around the world, the issues of equality still persist and many communities are struggling around it. There is as I gave you the example of United States of America, African Americans were treated as extremely unequal and they were denied equality through law because their ancestors were slaves. So children, with this I end the revision session of chapter 1 part 2. Now let us proceed to your favorite session, that is quiz time. So let us begin with the first question. When did civil rights movement start? Is it 1st December 1955? Is it 1st December 1956 or is it 1st December 1964? What is the correct answer, children? Yes, it is 1st December 1955. Next question. When was the midday meal scheme introduced for the first time? Was it 2001? Was it 2002? Or was it 2000? What is the correct answer? The correct answer is 2001. Yes, children. Next question. Midday meal was firstly introduced in, is it Kerala, is it Rajasthan, or is it Tamil Nadu? What is the answer, children? Yes, the answer is Tamil Nadu. Children, see you in the next session, that is the next revision session. Till then, take care and keep learning.